Hello fellow hunters. I've just got a request from a friend of mine. Um, his name is N9MFK. A good friend of mine called Bo. Just going to turn my volume down a bit because it's a bit noisy. He's asked me to do a hunt for bangtang. Now bangtang are quite hard to hunt. There are no set callers for the bangtang. There are no scent. I'm just going to roughly show you where I am on the map, and then I'll go through my weapons. I'm here on the map by the railway. There's the interest point. I'm going to go across the bridge to the there's a rusty old steam locomotive, so I'm going to go across there, and then I'm going to go up the map closest to the river. I'm going to see whether I can get some bangtang and some water buffalo, and that's going to be my route. So I'm going to put a little dot on the map where I'm going to go. I'm going to go into my inventory and show you what I'm taking with me. I'm taking my 16 gauge plus the 9.3 by 74 R drill. You can switch between this for bangtang and water buffalo, and I've got 16 gauge just for close encounters. I'm also taking my point R30 over and under break action as well for Rusa and for Samba. Now I have got the scent for both Rusa and bangtang, but I'm concentrating, and I've got the caller for the Rusa deer, but I'm concentrating this hunt just to show, just for a request that N9MFK has asked me to do, because he has a visual handicap and he has health issues. I do go out with him normally sometimes, but my health issues have been acting up, so I'm going to load my weapons. I didn't put my scope on. Hang on a moment. I thought I put my scope on, but I've not got my scope on, so I'm going to put my scope on my weapon. I'm going to go into my inventory, and I'm going to find that, and I'm going to save that. Yes, thank you, I'd like to save it. Okay, so I've loaded that weapon, and I'm going to load my other weapon. So it's never easy getting up onto this railway track. So I'm going to scent suppress, and we're going to walk a bit. Put that away. I'm going to hotkey my my rangefinders, and if you push the tab key you can put them away. So I'm going to go down here. As I say, there are no callers for these animals, water buffalo or the bangtang. Basically what you've got to do is you've got to, when you get the call, you've got to head that way and try and get them. I've started to hunt at 7 o'clock, and as I say, I'm going to cross the bridge, go to the interest point that's in front of me, because round by the rusty railway, the steam locomotive, I normally get calls for the bangtang around that area. So I'm gonna do that. I'm keeping my eyes open actually. Just gonna look down the river. There is a nice buffalo down there. There's a nice water buffalo there. He's a nice one. He is a very nice one actually. So I'm going to go prone, and I'm going to try and get this one. I can. So he's a nice one. He's got huge horns on him. So I'm going to try and take a shot from here. I did shoot him. So he's running into the wilderness over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where I shot him. I don't know whether I got a good hit or a bad hit, but I tried to get his lungs. So I hit him, I last saw him running over that way. So what I'm going to do, I couldn't pass that one up actually. I couldn't pass that one up. So I'm going to head over that way. I put a dot where I saw the water buffalo last. He had huge horns. And I couldn't pass that one up. So I'm going to continue. Now we've just set off our firearm. Actually, I might go back this way because I don't think I can cross that river there. So yeah, I'm going to run back this way. And I'm going to go down that way and go around. Because I don't think I can cross the river there. So I'm going to run this way. Always mark where you've last shot your animal. And we got a storm coming in. So as I say, mark where you've shot your animal last. I'm going to leap off of here. Jump down here. And we got geese flying over. So I'm sorry, Bo, but I had to take that one. That was a huge water buffalo, so I had to take that one. I think Bo will understand. So I'm going to go this way. Because I don't normally gun and run, but because I want to cut down the amount of time I'm going to do this recording, I'm running, but I don't normally gun and run. So I'm going to run down here. I'm not sure whether I did a good shot or a bad shot, but that's my first time shooting that new weapon. I thought I'd treat myself. So I didn't get the call for the animal. So I'm going to run down here. I just got a call for a water buffalo female. I'm going to run round here. See whether I got a good shot or a bad shot for that buffalo. Now, in some places on this map you can actually go out, but there are some places that you can't go out. Now, as I say, this is where I can't go out, so I don't know whether this is that said water buffalo. My scoring for the water buffalo is quite low, so I'm just collecting tracks. Now I can't go across there, so I've got to go back the way I came. So the water buffalo was in the water. I'm going to collect some of these tracks. Collect that track. I can't run out into the water, which is a bit of a do. There you go. And my tracking for the water buffalo is quite low actually, so I run over here. Hopefully I hit him, but I don't think I hit him very good. Water buffalo. I've just gone up from a tracking to level 7. So this is where the water buffalo ran up from the water from here. So I'm not sure. Oh, we got a water buffalo and he's running at me. So I'm going to get my weapon out. I'm not sure whether that was that water buffalo, but that water buffalo was going to charge me then. So whether this is the water buffalo or not, I don't know. It looks like it's a fair sized water buffalo. We'll soon know when we pick it up actually. Because there'll be 2 shots. No, it's not the water buffalo. Because there would be. I got it in the brain and I got it in the heart. Shoulder blade. Brain, shoulder blade and heart. So he was putting his head down. So it's not a bad size water buffalo. They do get a lot bigger than that. So that is not the one. If it was the one I shot at, there would be two shots. There would be the first shot that I did at a longer distance because I was on the railway tracks, and then this close shot at 12.7. So I'm not going to taxidermy it, and he clearly was going to have a go at me. So I'm going to try and find this water buffalo that I did shot. Now that's poo. That's a new track. So this is where we saw the water buffalo last. Now I might have missed that water buffalo because when I shot that water buffalo I didn't get a pop-up. Normally when you shoot water buffalo you get a pop-up saying you shot at a water buffalo. So and I'm in single player, so I don't know whether I can't remember whether... I know when you're in multiplayer you get a pop-up, but I'm not sure whether you get a pop-up when you're in single player. As I say, I haven't played this game for a while now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quarter the ground and see whether I did actually shoot that water buffalo or I didn't. So, see where we can find blood. I tried to get the water buffalo in its lungs because the water buffalo, the structure of their lungs is quite large. So you've got a big window there to because you see they use their lungs as buoyancy in the water. So they've got quite a big capacity of lungs because they need to get themselves buoyant in the water. So I'm not too sure whether I clipped this water buffalo or not. By the looks of things I was prone, but by the looks of things I might have missed that water buffalo. It was at a distance and I didn't range it. But as I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quarter the ground because as you can see where my pointer is, that's where I saw the water buffalo last. So if I quarter this area, now there is a track here in the water, so this could be, I doubt whether it is, this is a fleeing water buffalo, so this is the water buffalo's tracks. There were several other water buffalo there, but this is a water buffalo's track. So I'm going to collect these and I'm going to try and get through the undergrowth because there's another track here. Now I have got first aid with me should I get flattened by said water buffalo because they do charge you. So I've got first aid with me. So it's just figuring out where this water buffalo has gone to. I've got another track up here. I might have missed it. I might have missed this water buffalo completely. This is still fleeing tracks. If I don't track this water buffalo down, and I have clipped this water buffalo, I will get a letter from Doc, who is an NPC, which is a non-playing character. He will send me a letter saying that I left a wounded animal out in this reserve, or in the reserve that you're hunting on. So I've left an animal wounded on Piccabeen Bay, and he will tell me off. So I'm gonna see whether I have actually clipped this water buffalo. See, I don't mind walking about and standing up, because if there are any other water buffalo in the area, I don't want them to run me over. Now if I actually crouch, I'm closer to the ground, and any animal will see me as a threat, and that is when they will charge you. But the water buffalo, being the water buffalo, will charge you anyway, whether you're standing up or crouched. But you're more likely to be charged, seen as a threat if you are crouched. So I don't mind if anything else runs away, because I'm trying to find this water buffalo. So we will see. I haven't set my timer, but I roughly know what time I set the hunt. So but we're here to try and, as I say, to try and help Bo out with this, because he has problems getting animals on this reserve. So I can't find this water buffalo's next track. So what I'm going to do is, if you can't find the water buffalo's track, what you do is, or what I do is, I go back to my last track and then figure out which way I think he's fled. So I'm going to go back to the last known track, which is the X on the Hunter, mate. Well, there's several X's down there, but the X will be highlighted to me because it will be a bright dome. So I'm going to go back down that way. And going back to your last track, you might find that there is a track that you're going to come across, and you might find that that is the track, and that he has gone off either to the left or to the right. So I think this animal did go up this way, but whether he veered left or right is anyone's guess. So as I say, I always go back if I get turned around, and I go back to the last known track. So here's the last known track right here. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to try and have a look where the footprints say, and the footprints are not visible. I'm going to pick that track up and make a evaluation whether I'm going to go down that side of the line of the cone, or whether I'm going to go this side of the cone. So I've already gone that way, so I'm going to go this way and go slightly to the right and see whether I can find his next track. There is a track here, but it's a new track because it's not bright. So that's not his track. So I've got another track here by this tree, and I've just got a call for a water buffalo. That's a new one. Now if that was him, it would be saying recent track. So I'm going to collect this one. This one still says it's fleeing. So I'm going to go this way. And maybe, just maybe, after a few tracks, I'll make a decision on whether I did actually hit this water buffalo, and whether it is worth me trying to find the said water buffalo, or take a risk on not pursuing this buffalo. Now I can see another track down here, which is quite a bright one. It's down here. So this is this water buffalo, and he's gone this way. I don't think I've clipped this water buffalo. I don't think I have. And I would just take a chance on whether I do get a letter from Doc or I don't. But I would have thought I would have come across it now, because you see, if the water buffalo is injured and I have clipped it, it will be having its head lowered, and it will be walking around injured. Now in the real world, an injured water buffalo is a dangerous water buffalo. So I'm just going to glass the area and see where I can find a buffalo. There's a track here in the water, or whether I cut and run and try and find what I was going to try and find for N9MFK, which is bow, and just leave it and chalk it up to experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way, because I don't think I clipped it. I think I missed it. But we will soon find out. And that's a pig. Got pigs on this reserve as well as Samba and Rusa. I don't think I clipped this water buffalo. I think this water buffalo ran up here. I don't think it did a loop and went back down to the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up this way where I think it's gone. And we'll probably go round in a little loop. See whether we can find some bangtang. I don't think I clipped this water buffalo, because I didn't see it go. I saw it run into the wilderness. I don't think it ran back up there and then came back down again. But saying that, you see, I discharged my weapon the second time, so it might have. Now I've got a buffalo here. I think it might be my buffalo that's down. Or is that a tree stump? I think that's a tree stump. Yeah, it's a tree stump. Sometimes you see things on this map and you think, that looks like a water buffalo, and it's not. It's a log, or it's a tree stump, or it's something completely else. Now that water buffalo had huge horns is the reason why I thought I'd have a go. Because if you don't have a go, you don't know. So yeah, I might cut and run. Take a chance that whether I'm going to get a letter from Doc or not. So anyway, I'm going to go back down this way towards my dot, and then if we can't find this buffalo, I'm going to move on. See, now if I look on the ground and I actually see on a track and there's blood, I mean that one that I thought it would be might not be the one. Now I'm looking at the track on the ground and I can't see any blood discharge. So I'm going to continue back down here. And check my sensor press. I got 11 minutes. I don't think I clipped that water buffalo, because I'm sure I would have come across. That is a bangtang, and that bangtang is across the water. So I'm going to chalk that one up for experience. The bangtang are a little more elusive than the water buffalo. So I'm going to have a look where I saw that call on the hunter, mate. There is the rusty train through the trees. And there is a female water buffalo. You can tell that it's a female because its horns are not up high. They are quite flat. If it was a male, the horns would have been a lot higher. That is a female. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see whether I can cross. Because we want to see whether we can find that bang tang. Where did that female water buffalo go? Oh, she's trotting off. She might have seen me, but I don't think she did see me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see whether I can cross here. There are some places on the map you can cross, and some places that you can't. And it looks like I might not be able to cross here. Oh, I can. I'm going. That bang tank caught from over there. What was that? That's a water buffalo. That's not what I want. Have to keep your wits about you on Piccabeen Bay, because there are nasty things that want to get you. Now that's the water buffalo. That's that female. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cross here. Here's the rusty train. Gonna have a look upstream. I'm gonna go towards the rusty train, because as I say, I do get some good success around the rusty train, and then I go parallel to the rusty train. This area I found is quite good for bang tang. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch now. I found that bang tang are difficult to hunt because they seem to spook quite easily, and they do cover the ground quite quickly as well. That's that water buffalo. So I don't really want to head to that water buffalo really. I'm going to pause here for a minute, see whether that bang tang calls again. Just head up this way. There's the rusty train there. Glass this area by the rusty train. Have a look up the train tracks. Up this way. Now I'm making noise on the train track, so I'm going to get off the train track. I just got another call. That is that said bang tang. Now that bang tang looks like it was on the train tracks or underneath the train tracks, so I'm going to head this way. Now, I'm not sure which way that bangtang is going, so this is the reason why I've gone into the woods to have a look underneath of the train track, because this is roughly the area where that bangtang called from. I can see the bangtang. It's crossed the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head that way. It's going to my tent actually. So it's crossed the water. It's going to my tent. Well, I did see it in the water, but now I've lost it. I thought I saw it in the water. But this is where it called from, here. I thought I saw it in the water. Now, as I say, they do get there. Here's the track for that bangtang. They do cover the ground quite quickly. Here's the bangtang, and it is going across the water. So I don't think we're going to get this bangtang because I can't see it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up the water, head up the river. I've just got another call. That's that bangtang, and it's across the water. It's over there somewhere. I'm not sure because my tracking is not that good. I'm not sure whether it's a male or female. Okay, where are you? I don't think I will be able to cross here. What I might do is I might see whether I can go across the train tracks. My sensor pressor's run out, so I'm going to top my sensor press up. I'm going to head back this way, and I'm going to see whether I can, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to see whether I can go across the train tracks. As I say, the bangtang are quite quick movers. They move quite quickly. So I'm going to jog a bit because that bangtang will get the best of us, and it will cover the ground quicker than what we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come onto the train tracks, get my binoculars out, nope, binoculars, and head towards my, because you see now we're more elevated and we are up higher, so I'm not sure whether it went down or whether it's gone up and gone to the left. It's on to the right. So I'm not quite sure whether it's gone left or right. But we are in a better... We're better now because we're more elevated. So... And we, if anything tries to charge us, we are quite safe. He says, hopefully. Yeah, so let's see where this Bang Tang has gone to. I'd like it to cool again, really. I'd like it to cool again. Alright, it's cooled again. Recent call, and it's a female. It's actually gone downstream to my dot. Really? Gone downstream? Right. I'm sure that said Bang Tang, and I'm sure it said female. So it's down that way. Okay. It's covered more ground than I thought it did. I'm sure I saw it go up that way. Maybe there are several. I think this is the reason why my friend Bo has asked me to do these, because if I'm having trouble, he's having more of a trouble. But I am sure I saw that Bang Tang come across here. The other call I got where we shot that water buffalo, which was over there. Ah, Bang Tang. Or is that a water buffalo? Right, okie dokie. That's that female Bang Tang. She's coming this way. Nearly fell off the bridge then. Off the train tracks. Well, we tried our best, but I don't think we hit that buffalo. That water buffalo. But because I did give it a fair old couple of tracks to track it. Now I'd have thought there would have been blood. Especially if I would have got it in the lungs. I would have thought it would have went down quite quickly, because this new weapon I've got is a very powerful weapon. And I wouldn't have said that it would have dropped it, but if this weapon, the new weapon, is used properly, then it would drop it. But I would have thought I would have found blood. There would be initial blood in the water, and there would have been initial blood on the shoreline. I'm going to hang here for a minute, because that Bang Tang was coming this way, that female. There she is, she's just called and I can see her. There she is. That one's a male, so there's a male and a female here. And he's coming right at me. He's coming right at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until he stops. Oh. He's gone. He's gone. So what I'm going to do is I've discharged my weapon. I'm going to track him. He was coming right at me. This is the reason why Bo has been finding it very, very hard to hunt these animals. And this is the reason why I'm doing this hunt for him. Because as I say, he has found it very, very hard to get these animals. I should have had a little bit more patience, but he did actually see me. All credit, they have got very keen eyesight, so he did see me. And he's still fleeing. So I'm going to try and keep up with him and hope quite quickly he goes back to roaming. I'm going to go back to a crouch because hopefully he will go back to a roam now. Now there are other tracks here, so I think there might be other bang tang around. I've just gone up on my tracking from a bang tang to level 5. Got a female here, but I'm going to take that female. And she's down. I think that was that female. So as I say, what you've got to do is you've got to actually keep up with them because they do actually cover the ground quite quickly. That was that female originally called on that shoreline. And when I fired at that male, I missed that male completely. And missed him completely because I didn't find any blood. But this is the female that was with him. So this is the female. I'm going to pick her up. So as I say, the body mass of the lungs are quite big because, again, like the water buffalo, they can cross water and they need to be buoyant in the water. So if you're going to shoot the animal, you could hit it just forward a bit by the front leg, or you can hit it just behind the back leg. What I normally do is I normally divide up the animal. So the withers of the animal, and then I draw a line down the animal, down the leg, and then what I normally do is I normally punch either here or I punch in the heart. So that's what I do. As I say, that if you hit a little bit further back, you're still going to hit the lungs, but you are possibly going to hit the liver, or you're going to hit the intestines. And if you hit the intestines, you've got a job on your hands, because the animal will what we call bleed out, and they could run and run and run, and it's in real life it's a very painful death. I like to do a quick kill. I know this is a simulator game, but I don't really like trekking all over the universe, and I don't like coming across an animal that I've taken and it's not gone down. It's still looking at me. It's very. I know it's only, as I say, I know it's only a game and it's not real life, but I don't like that. I like to do a humane kill. So I've got a tight circle, but I believe because I fired my weapon, this male now, because I took that female, this male has actually legged it. Yes, look, I've got a fleeing track. So this male has legged it. I want to see whether now I just got a call for something, but I had my eyes off the screen then. I thought I saw something else, so I didn't collect that call. But I want to see whether I can get a male, because I want to prove that just because you've discharged your firearm, the bangtang they do flee, but they go back to roaming quite quickly. So I'm going to see whether I can hunt down, because it is called the Hunter. I'm going to see whether I can hunt down this male bangtang, because I'm still on these tracks. So I don't know now whether he's gone left of this track, or whether he's gone downhill and gone right. So what I normally do is, now I don't keep on pushing through. I wait here, and then I see whether I get another audio call. Because if you keep on trying to track the animal down, all you're going to do is, if the animal sees you, it's just going to flee again. So that's not what I would do, because all you're doing is you're running around, well, you're crouching around the reserve. So I like to pause, collect myself, my coffee's gone cold, my tea's gone cold, sorry, and then see whether I get another audio call, because they go back to roaming quite, well, I wouldn't say quickly, but they go back quite, they're not like pigs. Pigs will actually run for quite a distance. The bangtang go back to roaming a lot sooner than what the pigs do. I'm just having a drink, and I'm just going to see whether I get another audio call. Now I think I've seen that male. I've seen that male going up the side of this, up the side of here, just in front of me. Yeah, I can see his butt. So I think that is that male, or it could be another female. So as I say, if you do what I've just done, and that's collect yourself and see whether that male will go back to roaming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go parallel to him, and I'm going to see whether he comes down this slope. So I'm going to go over to this tree, the one in front of me, and I'm going to see whether he comes down this slope here. So I'm going to be tucked behind this tree that I'm coming up to, and hopefully I can see him through the wilderness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go prone. I'm going to crawl up to this next one, I'm going to see whether he roams in front of me, because there's too much brush in the way. So this is another tactic. As I say, I do sound like a broken record. They do cover the ground quite quickly. I'm hoping that he's going to pop out there. I'm hoping he's going to pop out there, or pop over that hill. He might turn, and he might come down here. Can't see him at the moment. He might stay on the top of that hill. I don't know. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to slightly push forward. And I'm going to pause here. There you go, I've just got his audio call. So there you go. And that's not him, that's another female. So that female's gone further up. Is that a branch or is that a bank chain? No, that's a branch. So that female, I've got another female. I thought I'd going to be coming across another male. Yeah, always don't be in a hurry. Do not be in a hurry on this map to get around, because if you're in a hurry you will constantly spook things. Take your time and you actually crack it. You will crack it. You'll actually know what their roaming routine is. So I'm going to pause here. And I'm going to look around. Now, of course, the circumstances will change. Should the lightning and thunderstorm come, she's right in front of me here. Now, that's that male. That's that male. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push forward. I didn't really want to hit him in the butt. So he's going to pop out of that tree there. So there he is. I'm going to pop him in that shoulder. He's down. So that's what I mean. Stalking these animals is the key. As I say, I sound like a broken record, but don't be in a hurry. Now I can stand up now because I've discharged my weapon. Now this is the male that I wanted to get. This is the male that ran away. So there you go. I am gonna call the hunt here. So they've actually done a really good job on this. I'm going to take a trophy shot. And I'm going to end the recording here. As I say, this is for N9MFK. I hope this helps you, my friend. We will hunt soon. It's just that I'm on or off, and because you're in a different time zone to me, you're on and off, and due to my eyes, I'm limited the amount of time that I spend on the PC. I think I did send you a message, but as I say, this is for my friend. I hope this helps. So I'm just going to take this trophy shot. I'm going to move myself because my gun's going into him. So I'm going to stand up, crouch, push the space bar, position the camera, come in and take the trophy shot. There you go, I've got the glint in the eye of the bang tank. I'm going to push the space bar and drop him a bit and then drop it. There you go, that's better. So he's in the frame now, and I'm going to end the recording there. I hope this helps, and I will catch you again. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.